Okay, right, so I've got all my beautiful cos lettuce leaves, and what I want to do is I'm going to do a Caesar salad, and I'm adapting it, and I'm doing my version, and my version is all about maximum flavour. Chicken legs. I ain't interested in no breasts, right? I'm interested in the legs. You can tell when a chicken's good when you just literally pinch it, and if it comes off like that, happy days, yeah? So, sticky, crispy, and lovely. But the trick was, I bashed up a load of rosemary, bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, rubbed it over the chicken, and put it on top of some ripped up bread. So what happens is, as the juices and the fat cooks out of the chicken, it cooks into the bread. Got all that chicken goodness, all that. You know when you roast a chicken, you get all that sticky Marmite goodness in the bottom that you make your gravy out of? Right, that is in my bread. So ultimate, you know, croutons. I haven't diced it up because, you know, because I've got a life, really. I've just torn it up. I think it looks much, much more rustic. The other ingredient is smoked bacon or pancetta. It's top drawer. And you can literally just lay it, again, over the chicken, and we're going to put it in just until golden. So that's going to go back in the oven. And I think the original geezer didn't put anchovies in it. I prefer anchovies. Get yourself some nice, good anchovies. If you don't like anchovies, don't put them in. But, you know, by the time I finish with it, you won't taste it. It's just going to give you, you know, a beautiful sort of salty seasoning. I'd use pestle and mortar. You could do it in a liquidizer or a processor if you wanted to. About 2 or 3, you know, for sort of 6 people. You can use a little bit of this oil. It's generally just olive oil, so not the really good quality olive oil, but no point in wasting it. And garlic. I think go pretty easy on the garlic. Half a clove, maybe even a quarter of a clove. Otherwise, it's going to be hot. You know how garlic can be really hot. So that's probably fine, actually. And I'm just going to smash this up to a pulp, to a mush. And I'm going to put a little bit of creme fraiche, little spoon like this. Not loads, just I want to make it creamy. I don't know. I think it's quite nice, okay, to put it in. What does it give? I just think it sort of like sticks to the leaves sort of slightly nicer, and adds to the flavour of the whole thing. I want a good lemon, but you could use really good quality vinegar, and Parmesan. So, finely grate, like a little handful of Parmesan, and you're going to adjust this Parmesan with the oil and with the lemon juice. This is the whole thing about dressings. If your dressing ain't good to start with, well, it won't be good when you put it on the salad leaves. So, you know, if we're, you know, it's all about sort of blending it, really. There we go. Right, so that's looking pretty good. So it's like a dry slop now. Lemon juice. So olive oil. Again, 3 parts olive oil to 1 part lemon juice. I'm not going to season it with salt yet because we got the anchovies in there and we got the Parmesan. And I think that's pretty good, actually. You want that balance of like the hum of garlic, the roundness of the Parmesan and the oil, but you want that cut of the lemon or the vinegar. It's got to cut through a bit, yeah? So, here we go. In this bowl, I'm going to do Caesar salad, modern day style. I'm going to just tear it up. You know, I'm going to leave the smaller leaves whole. Now let's check my chicken. But you can just see I can tear this chicken. Don't have to do it any particular sort of neat way. Just get that lovely meat off the bone, sort of shred it. And all I'm going to do is just sort of run my knife through it just a few times. Delicious. And then the croutons, you can kind of just roughly chop up or snap at with your fingers if you want. And for this particular one, the skin's really crispy. It can go in warm, so it's essentially even a warm salad now. And just enough. Don't want it to be ultra heavy. Dressing it just like we did all the other things. Let's have some more breadcrumbs, because that is delicious. Snap them up. Put it like that. Finish with a few bits of nice Parmesan. And when you've got someone important coming round, bird, boyfriend, mother-in-law, whatever, everyone's always sort of racing to do like flash stuff. Do a Caesar salad, but make it the best one they've ever tasted. Make that chicken delicious and sticky and crispy skinned. Make the breadcrumbs and the dressing just punch around the face. Delicious. Good stuff. Really impressive. We're going to make the most incredible British burger, the most amazing homemade patty, red Leicester burger sauce with pulled oxtail. A British burger like you've never seen before. We're going to start with oxtail. And before you run away and say, no, 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 you've got to stay with me on this because it's next level stuff. So I've got 1 kilo of oxtail here. You can get it in any butcher's. So some basic seasoning with salt and pepper. And then we're going to go into a pan and we're going to brown it off. So you have the benefit of the bone and the marrow, and it gives you a kind of depth of flavour that's amazing. Let's get it really dark and golden and gorgeous. I want this amazing ultimate British burger to represent Britain. Cue the music. That's enough. And I want it to have texture, so patty, melted cheese, pulled meats. But when we put it together with the burger sauce, I want to be able, wait for it, to dip it in gravy. Filthy. I love it. So that's going to make the pulled meat and the gravy. So as that cooks, I'm going to add some onions and a really good shake of Worcestershire sauce. And then what I want to do, because remember we are doing a gravy, 4 tablespoons of flour. So I'll take the oxtail out now and put it into a little casserole pan, just caring enough to start getting colour even on the flour, and it's all going to add to the richness of the gravy. A little seasoning and 1.5 litres of vegetable, chicken stock, beef stock, whatever you got to hand. So let's just take that stock over the oxtail. And then I'm just going to cover it in a little greaseproof paper and then bring in the tin foil, cover it nice and tight like that, into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit, and just let that oxtail slow cook for 3 to 4 hours until the meat falls off the bone. And this is going to give you loads of time to get on with your weekend. Go do some stuff, knowing full well that something very special is about to happen. So when the time is up, have a look at that, guys. Oh, it smells so good. And you know what? It reminds me of my dear old Nanny Betty. She used to love cooking this. The meat just falls off the bone. It's so, so good. Here is the gravy, by the way. Just skim off this fat and then push the gravy through a coarse sieve. You don't have to do it, but I quite like a finer gravy, right? I think it's a bit more elegant. And then these chunky bits can go back into our pulled meat. Just put a fresh swig of Worcestershire sauce in there. And then you can take a herb like parsley just to give it a little bit of contrast. And that, on our burger, is going to be amazing. I'll pop that in the oven and turn the oven off, OK, just to keep it warm. So let's make the burger sauce. Let's get our pickle. It will give you tang and crunch. Then lettuce is surprisingly sweet. And then tomatoes. Get an overripe one, and that'll have wonderful flavour. Season it with salt and pepper, and then just dress it in a little yoghurt. Look at that. I love it. So now is patty time. I love the chuck steak. It has a natural mix of fat and muscle and flavour. Don't overthink it. Roll it up, squash it out. Happy days. 4 fine little patties. I'm just going to season it, and then we go into the pan. So give it about 1.5 minutes, and then turn it. Get some English mustard. And you want a little teaspoon on there. English mustard is quite hot, but actually when it cooks, it calms. And we're going to flip it again. So it's going to have 4 turns. 1.5 minutes, brush, 1.5 minutes, right? And then just lay your red Leicester cheese over the top. And now, very importantly, find a little lid to put on top. The great thing about that bowl is it creates like a little bit of steam that just makes the cheese ooze. Jiggle that bun around in some of that rendered fat and gorgeousness. A nice bun only requires a few little minutes. It's time to show you the ultimate burger. Let's get the oxtail out of the oven. Look at that. Oh, my Lord. We take the burger sauce, 2 little spoons. Look at that. And that ooze is a thing of beauty. Incredible oxtail. Oh, my Lord, behave. And then a little bun on top. But we ain't done yet, because remember, we made that gravy. And then you dip it. There's no polite way to eat this. It's gonna be messy, but it's gonna be one of the nicest things you eat. Pure indulgence. Oh. So me and Buddy are going to show you a little Oliver secret that we do every now and again. It's like a nice little video night, cheats dessert, taking chocolate bars that you probably love already and embellishing it around balls of gorgeous vanilla ice cream. Now, this is about fantasy. Look how excited he is. Get yourself any of your kind of favourite chocolates that you love. If you pop them in the fridge, then put them in a clean tea towel like this, and then we can bash them up. Empty out that dust of your chosen chocolate bar, give it a little shake, and then take a lovely ball of ice cream. I've just used a little bit of hot water to heat up the spoon. And then take a couple of little teaspoons, just roll it around.
Put fruit on it.
What fruit would you like?
Raspberries.
So raspberries go in here. Your favourite chocolate bar, bashed up and dusted around a ball of your favourite ice cream, on some fruit if you want to be like Buddy. Little spoon inside, happy days. If you want to dress it up even more, you can take a little bar of chocolate, take a knife or a palette knife, and just drag it towards you like that. It's a little trick that you can use to make the everyday fantastical.
Exciting.
So you tuck in now, son.
Thank you.
So you could do that with any bar. You can take nuts like almonds, hazelnuts. Just use your imagination. One of the most trendy things to do at the moment, wait for it, you're gonna laugh and you'll take the mickey out of me. Very good extra virgin olive oil. Also, a little sea salt. And that, by the way, is what everyone says. Bonkers, but amazing.
That looks disgusting.
You wanna try some?
No.
You can't please everyone.
Maybe for adults.
Anyway, have fun with it, combo up, texture up, and make the everyday a bit more exciting. All right, bud. Next, do one for your mum.
Okay.
What things does she love?
Healthy stuff.
Now, who's going to do the washing up, buds?
Not me.
I think you are. What up, food tubers? Hope you're well. Jamie Oliver here. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect frittata. Frittata being the Italian-style omelette. It's quick, it's delicious. Let me show you how to do it. So we're going to start off with the eggs. So just crack in the eggs. I've got 6 eggs gone in there. 3 eggs per person is more than enough. A basic pinch of salt and pepper is always good. Give it a little whip up. Some people like to whip it well. Some people like to just sort of break it up so you kind of get little kind of streaks of lovely kind of red yolks and sort of the whites as well. Let's talk about flavour. Now, like an omelette, like a pizza, like risotto, you can do any flavour you want. I'm just going to smash up peas and broad beans to make like a kind of pesto, sort of pesto. Call it a pesto. Pesto. Broad bean sto don't work. I'm going to put a little pinch of salt in there, and I'm just going to smash that up. I want to get some mint into the story. This is going to be super, super tasty. You see, I'm just lightly smashing up the peas. Lemon zest has to be in there. Some lemon juice, just to set off the flavours. To me, damn right, delicious. Half a lemon goes straight in there. You want to add about 2 tablespoons of good extra virgin olive oil. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Parmesan, or put a bit of sort of salty fatness in there. Yum. Happy with that. I've got my asparagus tips here. I'll just cut those in half. I'm going to put a little oil into the pan. Often I use a little knob of butter, but I haven't got any, so not today. I'm just going to fry those asparagus for a second. The eggs here, what I'm going to do is put a little spoon into my mix, like that, just to kind of get that whipped into it. Get that, look how the kind of, it just turns the eggs a kind of nice sort of green colour, which is kind of, I like. Go straight in with the eggs, get it all out. I'm then going to go in with little blobs of my beautiful peas, and just for like 35 seconds while the frittata is starting to set, you know, just sort of put these bombs in. You can see the eggs starting to firm up, but this is the great kind of thing. You can come home, start it, finish it, 10 minutes. See how it's almost cooking like an omelette? When you kind of see those little sheets, that does give it a sort of cute little internal sort of texture, which is nice. I'm going to go around the edge, just a little bit of feta, and a little bit of Parmesan. And that will cook a treat. I'm going to put it into the top of the oven. It's quite nice to get a bit of colour. You know, you can undercook it and have it, well, you can just cook it, but really most frittatas that I've eaten around Italy, and I've had a lot, are kind of cooked through. Whack it in the oven, cook it until it's kind of cooked through and a little bit golden on top. While that's cooking, I'm going to put a really simple basic salad together with some pea shoots, some rocket, raw peas, which I love in salads. You can nick a few tomatoes if you want. Beautiful. The other half of the lemon, little seasoning, little olive oil. Very nice, very simple little salad. Come with me. You can see, if you have a look in there, see how the frittata has doubled in size. Let's take that out, have a little look at it. Turn the oven off. Look at that. But just get in there and just push it out like that. Have fun with it. There you go, my friends. That is a beautiful frittata, super quick. I hope you enjoy it. Lots of love from Mr. O. This is a great dish. We're going to do a beautiful mushroom cannelloni with a gorgeous, oozy, cheesy sauce. If you've got someone in your house that completely disagrees with any kind of meat-free day, this recipe is probably quite a good one to get them on, because if this is made right, they probably wouldn't even notice the difference, right? Because this has the depths of flavour that you'd get from a lovely cannelloni. The residual moisture in these greens will just steam and wilt. This will take like 30-40 seconds. That can then go in the bottom of our tray. Just a little kiss of salt. Right, that's the beginning of the story. Let's get on to business. So in this pan, I want to cook down leeks, which I love, and onions. Olive oil will go straight in with the onions. And then as I prep each vegetable, just add it to the story. So a little bit of pepper, and I've got some garlic. Just finely slice it up. Right, let's get on to leeks. Just slice up the white part straight in there. With the greener stuff, I tend to chop this up finer anyway, just to help it cook. And then we're going to add the mushrooms. Right, big boy, we're making cannelloni. Give it a little seasoning with salt and pepper. If you want to make this extraordinary, just 15 minutes of stirring and frying will be amazing.
Yes.
Go and find your mad brother.
Okay.
Stuffing's done. So chop that up, and then it just feels so homemade, and you get more texture. If you lay it out flat, let that cool down. Let me make a really simple white sauce. In the same pan that we made the mushrooms, go in with 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 tablespoons also of plain flour. You don't have to make it with butter. Classically, yes, but in real life, no. Olive oil's fine. Looks a bit like breadcrumbs, but this is a thickening agent. In there, we're gonna add some milk. I'm just gonna add it slowly, slowly. That's quite a rushed version. That's what I always do at home. You know, I've got a family here to feed. There's stuff going on. So look, as the white sauce does its magic, let's fill these cannellonis. So literally all I do is stab around like that and then turn it around, do the other half. It's as simple as that. And that is your beautiful mushroom stuffed cannelloni. Okay, so look, there we go. A tray full of beautiful cannelloni. Off the heat now, because I'm very happy with that consistency, and put a nice big handful of grated cheese in there. I'm using cheddar, a nice big handful goes in. So let's get that over the top here. Look how oozy it is, yeah. And you can see the chunks of leftover mushroom in there. Last but not least, just a few little slices, kind of in and around. And then just a little drizzle of oil. So this will go in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 40 to 45 minutes until golden, blipping and delicious. I can hear it sizzling. So it's at about 40 minutes. The wood oven's just a little bit hotter. Look at that, come on. This kind of cooking is all about family. Look at the crispy bits. Yes. And then of course we added that lovely stack of greens. It's got to be one of the best meat-free meals ever, whether you're vegetarian or not. Right, let's get amongst it. So good. Oh yeah.